And this is the event. If you're not there, then you are actually not justifying your membership.
Why would you not come in one place over 2 days where you get to meet? You see, India, we can't continue to build new businesses every day, but can we invest with the right people?
When we were in first BHAF, it was 2 or 3 cities. Now we are 23 cities in India.
When we get together as a family, it doesn't feel like members coming together anymore.
No other place in India can have these 3 things together at the same place, in the same venue, with the same set of people.
Building relationships only can trigger at the BHAF.
If you are looking for a larger purpose in your own business,
The BHAF is an experience where you truly find your tribe. To remember, I think we just built the first chapter of CorporateConnections, 2019. Oh yeah, and then there was COVID. So the world came back. We just built CorporateConnections was as a community for people that truly had influence. And what we were kind of banking on was that people build meaningful relationships. How? By meeting in person, by shaking hands, by hugging each other. And then we were hit with COVID that said, or kuch bhi karo, but don't hug each other and don't meet each other. And, do what you do it online. And that's how that first initiation was. But do you remember what the first BHAF was online?
yeah, it was online. It was completely online. And I think, that brought a very, very good sense of a community among the people that though it is a COVID, but we are meeting online and we are having a conversation. People are having one-to-ones on Zoom and other things. So I think that was a great start of a BHAF.
And I think it was a big decision, very sincerely. I'm glad you asked that question because at that time, people didn't know how to host online events or what we would do. And I remember setting up the infrastructure. In fact, the name that we gave it came from this thought process that we're about forums, about going deeper in your relationships. And, life is about setting BHAGs for the both of us. So a big, hairy, audacious goal. And what could be crazier during COVID to bring, I think, the whole global community together. We had so many global speakers that came on in. Then calling it the Big, Hairy, Audacious Forum. And that's how it came about. We started online and since then it's been an extraordinary journey.
Yes,
extraordinary.
multiple BHAF you have done up till now.
Since then, yeah.
Yeah, so, when you are part of a community and that too, part of a CorporateConnections community, I think it is very important to meet people. Sometimes we think that, we are part of community, but we just wanted to be in our own city. But more important is that need to meet people. And I think no other place can be more, productive, more influential than BHAF because people come there. There are almost about 2 days, 3 days. They are talking to each other, they are celebrating, they are learning from each other, and they are sharing their stories. I think they have what has brought them to this level of entrepreneurship. I think that's very important. And, that can happen only when you are in a 2 days or 3 days immersive experience of, talking stories practically.
I think immersive is, for the first time, if someone's never attended, a BHAF is a painful event where you cannot go 5 meters without meeting someone new who you would want to have a 15-minute conversation with.
Very true.
So you go you want to go from the door of the boardroom to the ballroom. It will take you an hour and a half because you met so many people that you wanted to engage with. So I think if someone's never attended it, the BHAF is an experience where you truly find your tribe. This year is particularly interesting, but what's your take?
Yeah, so I personally feel that last almost about 5-6 years, the country has matured in terms of community. When we were in first BHAF, it was 2 or 3 cities.
Yeah.
Now we are 23 cities in India, so many members. So I think it's going to be completely different. And I think in last 6 years, people have interacted a lot. Lot of such partnerships being built, collaborations being built. So there'll be a possibility of further more conversation in people and people open to such things because Corporate Connection is all about having a business that's working or learning each other's business and building top of it. You know, how you can...
Yeah, I think that's beautifully put. Because it takes time to build the level of relationships we're talking about. And so many, one of our greatest things has been that we have, the retention is so high across the country, but those people also come back to the BHAF, so they've been continuing this relationship over time. But this year, I think the conversations we want to spark, as Gaurav had shared, I believe it was in the Kolkata BHAF, if I remember you being on stage then, where our focus was how do we inspire our members to go to the next level simply by being in the right room, right? Because I had a great member, we were having a little get together 3 days ago, and he's a person who grew up in Rajkot, now is a member in Ahmedabad, and he showed me a video of a factory. And I said, man, this is awesome. He said, Yash, we're going to do a 1,200 crore revenue here.
Wow.
I said, great. But he says, Yash, I blame you. And I said, why? He said, I had retired. I hadn't been to my other factories for the past 4 years. Because I came into CC, I felt like because of these people, I should also continue working and do something new. So he built a factory in Ahmedabad and moved here in Chhatral, and I think that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I think one point which I thought that after your conversation, that BHAF can be a place where you see people growing, going out of their comfort zone,
by that.
And you feel inspired that yes, I thought that I have become big, but there are much bigger people.
But in terms of the conversation, so that what I was getting on is that we want to talk about going public. We want to talk about how we exit, because we've noticed a lot of times we meet guys who are extraordinary business people in CC, and when you ask the question, hey, what's your exit plan? Why are we doing what we're doing?
Very rarely they
and we don't have it. So one of the kind of topics we want to talk about is the exit. The other one is duopolies, how India's, we have major duopolies happening in India. Let's take the airline world and the crisis right now in December 25. Whenever you're watching this video. But we want to talk about that, and maybe also strategic partnerships at a much deeper level, because the world is changing so fast that there's no way, like we were talking this morning, we can't continue to build new businesses every day, but can we invest with the right people or find strategic partnerships that can take us in those industries and take us forward?
Yeah, I think the way India as a country is shaping, we had a closeness with one country, US, and immediately something happened and we chose our partners in a very, very systematic way. I think that's going to be a new normal for country and for entrepreneurs, that you have to navigate this kind of a thing and you have to build your business across globe with these kind of challenges. And people will accept it. And, I think community of Corporate Connection is going to be helping you navigating those things, that how you open, Europe or something, or Australia, or maybe some other places.
I'll tell you one, Gaurav, for sure on this topic. After 6 years of seeing 1,000 members or more come in and out, I am astounded. I keep saying, right, you attract you, like we attract we, and the people that have come at CC is not a rich boys club for sure.
Certainly.
First of all, it's not a boys club period, but just there are people with, larger wealth that come in. However, the kind of intellectual capacity for growth they have is insane. So I think Learn came from that aspect where no matter who the member is, whether he's from Delhi or Ahmedabad or Punjab or Surat or wherever, they want to learn. They really want to consistently keep learning. So that was our first driving factor, to learn. And then, the next one is connect, I believe, right? Learn, network, we understand.
Yeah.
And I think celebration for both of us has been important, because we've always felt like people spend too much time crying over stuff. And when we get together as a family, it doesn't feel like members coming together anymore. These are like, oh my God, I'm seeing you after so long. And when that kind of closeness happens, and we celebrate each other's wins, we celebrate leaders who have stood out, we celebrate great people, directors, members who we have in the community. I think to me, I believe for you, is the essence of the BHAF.
Yeah, quite true. I think, learning, as you very correctly said, that learning is the first thing. And I think every member of ours is looking forward to learning from you. And then one more interesting thing. Learn is one thing, that they are they are having so many good things to teach also.
Yeah.
So it's a both ways.
Yeah.
They will be learning as well as they will be
Yeah, there's
sharing
no
some.
speaker that is you're a teacher or you're a student. Everyone is.
Everyone
Yeah,
is learning
yeah.
from each other. And second is certainly networking. You know, we say that if you are coming together, you can build something very large
Yeah.
together. Or sometimes you may build a very great friendship, not
Yeah.
even a business, but a great friendship for life. I think
Yeah.
that could also be an outcome of
That
networking.
happens a lot every time. I think that one's a without say.
Yeah, and then celebration. Certainly, we wanted to celebrate each other's win and maybe celebrate our position. What if wherever we are,
Yeah.
and we wanted to enjoy that also. No, so one very clear thing that from the day one, Surat and Ahmedabad were leading in the membership of Corporate Connection. Myself and Yash started, so that was there. So a lot of members. Rather, I will not say it's my ask; it's members' ask, because all of members think
They
that
wanna show what
it
they're
should be.
proud
Yeah,
of.
it's our event, and we are part of this, and we are 100+ community in a city. Why don't we invite people from across India to see what Surat is doing and what Surat is offering? And sometimes what happens that people from outside can just see Surat as a diamond city or a textile city, but it's not.
There's so
It's-
much.
Yeah, it's so many businesses and large businesses. I think that need to be importantly showcased in this particular thing. And I think people wanted to show how large businesses they have built over the years. So that's one thing. And when one more non-negotiable thing is building partnerships. I think we want to bring people together to say that build partnerships. I have seen in last 4-5 years journey of Corporate Connections Surat that almost 40 partnerships have been built. So I think this city has offered that to Corporate Connection members in Surat. So we wanted to bring it to everyone. Yeah. So now why not build partnerships across cities, within the cities? That's how we wanted to
No,
position.
and very rightly said. I don't think it's Gaurav happens to be from there, but the idea is we have a thriving membership in Surat, and a lot of times, we do events in Bombay, Delhi, Kolkata. These have been the places where most events happen, and I think it's a loss to someone to not see Gujarat
Very
and
true.
its enterprise and the value that it's unbelievable the kind of growth going on here. So hopefully it's not just having a great event, it's about opening an avenue to someone who's never kind of explored it. And it's a little different. It's a very different city, it's a different vibe, and I'm super excited, man. I think it's going to be one of our greatest BHAFs ever.
It's going to be.
Yeah. For me, one of the things that defines my kind of leadership style is resilience and perseverance, where if there's something we believe in from a value standpoint, then you keep at it, no matter what, right? You keep telling me, chipak jate, we keep doing it. And I think the BHAF represents that, because I've noticed it's very easy to break people apart. And especially in a community like CC, where literally the definition of a CC member is someone who doesn't have time, who doesn't want to network, someone who doesn't want to grow these are people who come into the community. To bring them together, to give them, they've all been there and done that. They've seen the best events in the world, resorts in the world, countries in the world, food in the world. To give them an experience is quite the task. And to me, I think the lesson has been in perseverance. We kept at it. I think we've had certain events that taught us a lot. We've had certain events that really kind of set the bar high for events in the country. And to me, that message kind of keeps rolling out. We're bigger every time, we're better every time, and we learn every single time. And I think as leaders, for us, it's important to listen to what the community is saying, what the members want, the freedom that they wish for in an event, the free time that they want to engage with each other. And I think that's really been what BHAF has given me. And I don't think I've given it much except for a direction to not stop, to keep learning and to keep growing. That's been the way.
So I think for me, it's a relationship. So I, in last 30 years of my career, has built whatever has been built is because of the right relationships, and I've been very conscious of that. And I think that shapes this BHAF, because I want, I want to give that build a deeper relationships. Don't build relationships just
Just
for
to
a
party.
Yeah, just to party. It should be a very deeper relationships, and you should be accountable to each other in relationship. If somebody is asking for some help, then you should be the person, that kind of a thing. And if you are not being able to do it, you will be able to connect it to right person. I think that's kind of a thing. So we have from that point of view that I wanted to see that there are 100 new friendships being built out of that. 100
That's a beautiful
new
way to put
relationships.
it.
Yeah.
It's the alpha as an investor. It's the alpha on your membership.
Yes.
It's the alpha on your investment. If you've come into a community of people who this truly is the greatest global business community in the world. I've invested in this membership, and not the money, it's the time we've invested. Why would you not come in one place over 2 days where you get to meet at least a snapshot of CC India in one place altogether, right? That's what I would say to someone new coming in. I don't know if you have a different way.
No, same. I think completely same. And I have, every time I talk to members, I tell them that 50% of your your return or your value comes from the chapter meetings or your city.
The other 50% is outside.
Certainly from these kind of events, and this is the event. If you are not there, then you are actually not justifying your membership, because it is something, it comes with that. That if you are joining a membership, then you are pledging or you are saying that I will be part of this kind of an event.
For sure. And even if it's just to have fun, like, it's okay. Everyone doesn't need to come and transact, but you're coming in to make use of this tool you have bought, for sure. That would be our say. .6% of India's GDP today is CorporateConnections India. And I think, and we don't look at it as a burden, but it's a pretty big responsibility, right? Like these are incredible people, each with an ambition, each with a dream, each with uncomparable success in this country. I mean, we employ, like, if you put all the members together, we employ hundreds of thousands of people. And this influences the way India is going. And I think one of the big parts that we play in the journey of India and India's development, and we meaning the membership, the community, is that we add a lot of value to each other, because each one of us faces troubles in our lives, and we ensure that we stand as pillars to ensure that we continue to grow, the members continue to grow in the way they do in their personal and professional lives. And I think that ensures a safer economy for India, is how I see it. I don't know your take.
Yeah, so for me, it is unlocking the potential of India.
Yeah.
Basically, we have members.
Beautiful.
Individually, they are big, but when they come together, they can be
even bigger.
Much bigger. And they can build a $1 trillion can be added eventually by those people, those who are part of the community.
Absolutely.
We don't know today, but maybe in times to come.
Because there was an age of like competition, then collaboration, but I think we're in the age of co-creation.
Co-creation, 100% co-creation.
For sure. One thing about CorporateConnections India, it's a great question that every leader in India understood. I don't know, Gaurav. To me, I think leaders in India understand it. I don't want to act as if there's something we do that they don't know. But I think they're reminded of the value of relationships. Because everyone became who they are because of the relationships they had. And at one point, maybe we say, time nahi hai iske liye, zarurat nahi hai. I don't need this anymore. But then when you come back to the room, you're reminded of the fun you had, of the great learnings you have, and of course of the business opportunities that come out as a business organization.
So I think I will pick up from one of your session which you talked about, a rich and hungry.
Yes.
I think very important. I think most important is sometimes we feel that we should be rich and lazy, but it's a place for people, those who are significantly important in their own communities, but at the same time are hungry for the growth. They wanted to build very large, and not for themselves, for the community at large, for the society, for the country. And I think this is the place for those entrepreneurs, those who are rich, at the same time hungry for a larger goal, larger purpose.
And if not, come get hungry. Huh? Yeah, I'd agree. have 30 seconds, Gaurav. You got to take this one. It's hard for me. Now, what would you say?
I will say join immediately. You should not, if you are looking for a larger purpose in your own business, if you are wanted to build a large business, because three things Corporate Connection offers. One is a business networking, second is a peer-to-peer learning, and third is an extraordinary experience. No other place in India can have these three things together at the same place, in the same venue, with the same set of people, nowhere. So I think, there's a simple pitch that people who are rich and hungry wanted to have all the three together, the business networking, the peer-to-peer learning, and extraordinary experiences should be part of the room.
And for me, if someone's, on the fence, I would ask some questions. I think my first question would be, do you have a lack of time in your life? If yes, then you're in the right place.
Yeah,
do you feel, and you may accept it to me or not, but do you feel sometimes like your problems are your problems and you feel a little lonely with them and you feel like everyone else has no problems but you do, then this place is for you. And third is if you feel like there's this need for you to, like you feel like you belong somewhere, you feel like there's a place you need to get, but something's not allowing you to, you need to break some chains to get there. I think then you're sitting in the right room, because a question to every member that's come in, and I've asked before they've come on in, is I'll ask them why. Why would you want to come in? We haven't really had to sell it so far. And the answers they give are various. But in my understanding, if you're on the fence, it's because you are evaluating whether should I join here or should I join somewhere else, or what I should do. And hence, the question is, if it fits this profile, you're hungry to grow your business, you don't have time to kind of do it, and you really value your relationships, then there is no harm in testing the waters, to coming on in and trying it, because the worst thing that can happen when you come into a relationship organization is you'll make two great friends who will stay with you for the rest of your life.
Very true.
That's the worst thing that can happen. So imagine the best.
And you can't put a value to that.
There is no value. What is the ROI on the relationship with our mother?
Unlimited.
So yeah, it's a silly thing, right? So I think beyond saying it's worth giving it a shot, and I think both of us have lived our lives in a way where imagine every person we met could change our lives. Will we take it lightly? And we definitely don't. And there's an organization curating that room for you, so you don't have to deal with the billion people that exist in our country.
Very true.
If you want to grow your network, there are some great organizations. If you want to reduce your network, come to CC.
Very true.
That they belong.
They belong. And I think the theme,
Yeah.
learn, network, and celebrate. I think every one of them will
but
be.
But the
walking
feeling
with
they'll
them.
walk out with is they belong, because there's an extraordinary lineup of speakers, and these are not people that just kind of come in and do some social media stuff. These are business people who've lost some, who've won a lot, who've been through what we're going through, and it's a very natural kind of conversation, especially with the panels and so on. The one-to-one conclaves that we set up we pioneered these in the entire country. No one does it like we do it. So it is a scientific approach towards building relationships, which only can trigger at the BHAF, but for the entire year until the next one, you encash on those relationships. And we have a crap load of fun, for sure, even in Surat. Gaurav, we're going to have some fun.
We are going to have a lot of fun.
So the idea is that you will feel like this is my place, this is my tribe. I think that's what they'll leave with. Skip it, come next year. No, honestly, I mean, these are not the people who need a push. You must have an adequate reason not to join, but if you're just every day going to your office and not coming, I think that's a pretty silly, like, why would you? I don't know. If you're a member, you're going to come and meet other members and we're going to have some fun.
Very true.
I think it's a very plain vanilla kind of thought process. Thank you for making us have this conversation. We should do this more.
More. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys.